Hello, everyone, and welcome to MediaMelt, the show where we talk about the media that is supposed to melt our minds, or in the very least, tries to. I'm, of course, your host, Dylan Strickland, and today, let's talk about Marvel Studios' first animated show, What If? Joining me is Jon Costa. Once again, how are you doing, man?
Doing good. Obviously, not moving well, but doing good.
Glad to hear it. And also here is local tree humper, Gabe Anderson. How are you doing, Gabe?
A tree cutter. There's a typo in the pamphlet. Okay.
No, I fuck. Oh shit. Local tree cutter, Gabe Anderson. Fuck. Just gonna give you guys a breakdown of how the show is gonna go today. We are going to talk about every single episode individually, and I think we're actually gonna pair the last two together just because that's kind of one story in and of itself. They all will be time-stamped in the description, but this show might be just a tad bit longer, similar to the Star Wars Visions one, but it'll probably be a little bit shorter. Also want to remind you guys, we are on your podcast streaming app of choice, Spotify, iTunes, everything under the sun. We are there. So if you'd like to listen to the audio only version of the show, you definitely can. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And let's get started with what if it was Captain Carter, I guess, who got the serum. What did you think about the first episode of What If, Jon?
It was good. It wasn't my favorite episode, honestly, and we'll get more into it, but the whole series was not my favorite. So there were a few weak episodes. I felt like the first one was kind of weak. I don't know. I felt like we were kind of going beat for beat, recreating a movie that already exists, but pushing it to 30 minutes. So
yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
Am I just cutting in and out? I'm just wondering.
No, you sound good.
You're good.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Oh, awesome. Okay.
What about you, Gabe? What did you think of Captain Carter?
I'm honestly in the same camp as Jon. Like, it was interesting, but it felt beat for beat Captain America, except Iron Man's in it now.
Yeah. See, I felt the same way as you guys, but actually, the beat for beat thing doesn't bother me just because I really like that movie, and there are like subtle differences, but I didn't like. I don't know. It felt like. God, I hate saying this, but it felt like her powers.
What?
It felt like she was like, maybe this is just because Peggy's better built than Steve was, but it felt like she was doing things that I was like, would this really be able to like happen? Like where she takes the car like that's going like 50 miles an hour and just like shoes it over her shoulder. You guys know what I'm saying?
It's animated.
Doesn't Cap do that? Does Cap not do that?
I don't remember him doing anything like the most I think he did is the helicopter thing, right?
Oh yeah. I feel like that was equal. I don't know.
Yeah, this is one of the lower tier ones, which sucks because I really liked this. I really liked the first Avenger a lot, and I was hoping that there would be a lot more deviance, and it doesn't even seem like when we get to like the last episode, like the Winter Soldier is basically playing out the same way too. Like I guess the Avengers happened the same way, but not really because she wouldn't have fought Loki. Like there were so many things I was like, how do we end up? I don't know.
What do you mean how she wouldn't have fought Loki?
Because Nick and Hawkeye were standing there where Loki was originally comes through the portal, but this time Captain Carter came through.
But see, Dylan, how do you not know that perhaps Nick Fury and Hawkeye were possibly experimenting throughout the process? Therefore, it would technically make it possible for her to still appear and then later on face Loki.
I guess that's true, actually. Thank you, Jon. But yeah, and I also thought that was weird. Like the time stone became like time travel, or not the time stone. The space stone became like time travel stone, where she like went through the portal and then ended up 70 years in the future.
I also believe here possibly that the movement of time was possibly different in the pocket dimension that she was in, causing it for it to be a low amount of time for her to appear 70 years later, still the same age, which it possibly only being about 30 minutes for her.
You know what? You're right there too, because they do say that the stones work differently in different universes. in the last episode.
Yeah. There are a
Yeah.
lot of things that don't make a lot of sense in terms of
Art.
physics or canon.
Yeah,
I gotta say there was some lazy writing going on.
but yeah, this episode, I mean, as far as like a first step, it was okay. I don't feel like it fumbled. I just feel like it wasn't wasn't crazy. Like I wasn't like, oh my god, this is fucking insane. You know what I'm saying? Like
it feels like maybe a
go ahead
4th or a 5th episode, it would have been better. Where like there's going to be a natural lull.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, I just like I was like okay, like I just walked away feeling fine about it. I don't know. I do like what they do with her later. Like when she comes into episode 9, I like that more, but I wasn't obsessed with this episode, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
What's going on, John? You okay?
Sorry, I'm lagging so much on my screen that I'm having fun.
Oh, you're doing great here. You look great on ours.
Are you serious? I'm not lagging on yours?
No, you look fine on ours.
That's insane.
Okay,
cool.
Yeah, but you guys, I mean, just average on it.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. Do you have anything else you want to say about it?
About that first episode?
Yeah.
No.
See, I also thought that the voice actor for Steve was pretty good. And
yeah, I thought he matched the voice pretty well. I'll say that. Yeah.
Yeah, and they get the Red Skull guy back too from Infinity War and Endgame.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah. Man, I thought she kind of handled Red Skull a little too easy too. I was like, damn, that wasn't very hard at all. I don't know. But it's also just probably because it's only 30 minutes. Like probably. But let's move into what if T'Challa's Starlord, basically.
Can we go back for just half a second?
Yeah.
Sebastian Stan's voice, whenever he's voice acting, is just cardboard, right?
Bro, okay, so so in the Zombies episode, I thought he did fairly okay, but in this episode, it was like, I don't know, it was like he was
Carter, watch out.
Oh, you almost took my arm off.
Yeah.
Rogers?
Yeah. I don't know.
Even what I just did was too good of acting for what. I just don't think Sebastian Stan is a voice actor. I think that's what it is.
I didn't think it was ass. I just didn't think it was crazy good. I was like, okay, well.
No.
I was like, it was kind of goofy. I was like, this is a little goofy, bro.
It was pretty goofy.
Yeah. But let's move into T'Challa Starlord. What did you think about T'Challa Starlord, Gabe?
I think I kind of half watched this one. I'm not gonna lie.
Really?
Yeah.
Well,
because I remember the one. I just remember. Also, I haven't watched them since they've come out, so like, it's my memory is not the greatest. This one didn't capture me either.
You didn't like this one either?
I thought it was okay, but it was just nothing huge happened.
Got you. Yeah.
You know.
No, I feel that. It's kind of it doesn't
like,
really.
He was too good.
Yeah, well, I do kind of like that they kind of address that Peter Quill is like the shitty version of like Starlord. Like he does the bottom of the barrel, like in terms of like what he could be doing. Like theoretically, he could have saved civilizations if he was just able to speak to people better. Like I don't know. I thought that was quite funny. Like, and the surprise appearance by Josh Brolin as Thanos in this episode is like one of the highlights of the series. I was like, this is hilarious. What did you think about it, John?
Dude, I fucking love this episode, man. I think Chadwick Boseman killed it. I feel like he had a lot of fun recording his lines for the whole show. And it's weird to think that he was like in his last phases of cancer when he was recording this.
Man, I can't even it kills me, bro. Like I don't like honestly. Well, first of all, I thought this episode was like this. If the first episode was fine, this episode made me excited to see the other ones. Yes. Which was weird because the concept when I like read the title, I was like, oh, that's gonna be kind of weak, isn't it? Like,
Same,
I was like,
yeah.
how is that gonna be an interesting like what if this happened? But I think like Chadwick carries.
Yeah, I agree. It feels weird to be in agreement with you this go around. Yeah, because it was a great episode. I don't know. I had a lot of fun with it. Seeing how everything was different, and T'Challa's like such just a natural born leader that he was able to fix all of these issues in the galaxy, even convince Thanos that his plan was stupid.
He saved the universe, dude. He literally saved like like trillions of people just by talking. I don't know. I thought it was awesome.
Hmm.
What I did think, I did like, I don't know, every episode that Chadwick was in, I feel like he gave a good performance. And I've heard like, or I was reading a thing about like him performing for What If, and it basically said, like he would like call people on the phone and be like, let's do this scene together, so that way it doesn't feel like a cartoon, like it feels like we're in the same room doing this. And somebody, Kevin Feige was talking, and he was like, yeah, Chadwick was enjoying the work that he was doing on What If so much that he told Kevin, he was like, hey, I would like to implement like some of the character beats from like the T'Challa Starlord into like actual Black Panther for Black Panther 2. And Kevin was like, we'll never get to see like in a remorseful way. I was like, oh my God, like why would you tell me that?
I have so many feelings about that. That sucks so much.
Yeah, but Gabe, you just thought it was average, huh? You're the different.
Yeah,
opinion?
like it. Yeah, I thought it was one of those stories that like everything went off too well.
Got you.
You know, but it also just spoke to like how good T'Challa was at Starlord. But that's the whole reason why we like Starlord is he's the lovable scamp, you know.
Yeah,
But like,
yeah,
yeah, but he's like the leader of the Ravagers, right? Instead of just the lovable scamp.
I feel that actually makes a lot of sense. He's T'Challa kind of has it perfect, is what you're kind of saying. Like it's like
right. It's like it's.
He's a winner.
Yeah, he's a winner. Yeah, I want to hear a story about an underdog. I don't know.
That makes sense. That makes perfect sense. I just felt maybe it's also the fact that the jump from episode 1 to 2, like I felt like going from Captain Carter to this, I was like, okay, this is much better. Not that any of the performances were bad. I mean, Sebastian Stan I thought was a little goofy, but he wasn't like terrible. Like he didn't ruin the show for me. But I just thought like this episode was way more interesting. And the Mad Titan thing, come on, that's cool. I was like, I was on board with that. What the fuck is with the collector juicing though?
They used the reasoning was that he there was a void left in the underworld, so he had to go fill that void that Thanos left.
I know, but I was like, so he hit the gym basically, the void. Like what the fuck? Like I mean, he was shredded.
He was shredded.
Yeah, but you liked it, John. I liked it. Gabe, you thought it was all right.
It was okay. Yeah, it was okay.
Let's move into what if Earth lost its mightiest heroes. John, what did you think about this episode?
For the most part, up until let me say the voice actress for Black Widow, Lake Bell, she did great.
She did. She sounds a lot like
yeah, she did an awesome job. Also, the Black Widow in the What If series that showed up. Every time Black Widow was on screen, I was like, where the fuck was this Black Widow in the movies? Like, this is great. Give me more of that.
Yeah,
that was awesome.
Badass.
Yeah. So the episode was kind of meh for me until it was revealed that it was Hank Pym. And then, what's that actor's name? Who plays Hank Pym? Michael Douglas.
Michael Douglas, yeah.
He did a great job. I don't know. I really bought it. I like that end fight with Loki being Nick Fury. That was cool. So I really like the ending of the episode. Just all the lead up to it was kind of meh for me. I don't know. I've read a few What If comics, and to be honest, they kind of feel that way sometimes. A lot of the time.
Really, where it's just like all the buildup doesn't kind of make sense, but the conclusion kind of feels right.
Yeah. It's like, oh, this conclusion is super awesome. You know, like I really like the conclusion, but man, the buildup was kind of boring to get here.
That makes sense. What did you think about it, Gabe?
I like this one. I liked how it had the whole, I guess like detective side of it. Like we're trying to figure out who's killing all the Avengers. And you also have the whole side, like the B plot of Nick Fury just like trying to stick his finger in all these dams that are like, because everything's going to shit because
Fury's
Loki's about to, and he's having to be, he's having to like do his best to keep everything from falling apart.
Yeah.
Without, Thor or Iron Man or the Hulk.
Yeah, see, that's why I like this episode quite a bit too, because I thought it was so interesting, like the mystery. Like I was like, who could do this? Like who could kill all the Avengers? And I didn't put it together until like the end when Black Widow finds out who it is, when she's like Hope. And I was like, oh, it's probably Hank. But I was like, I like the mystery was the best part about this, because like just trying to figure out who, because the way they kill Hulk, I was like,
what the fuck is this?
Who the fuck could do this? Like
it was cool to see Mark Ruffalo be Edward Norton for a little bit.
I know, that was so weird, dude. They like mixed the character models. And they were like, no, it was weird. And I'm surprised that they had a Liv Tyler. I'm surprised they even addressed that film at all.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I know.
Same.
Yeah.
I was like, ooh, wow, this is old.
Yeah, I was like, wow, this is the first time. I'm hoping that they're gonna start connecting back to that movie a little bit more, because I actually like that movie a lot. I know a lot of people.
The CGI doc.
They say they are. They say they're gonna connect to it a lot more. I'm glad we saw Abomination and Shang-Chi.
With She-Hulk, yeah, Abomination was cool in Shang-Chi, but I was like, oh man,
I'm just looking for more. Never mind.
Wait, what'd you say?
Nope, you'll have to bleep it.
Gabe, stop, bro. Menace, dude. No, but I was like, you guys feeling like Hulk's kind of nerfed in the MCU? Do you guys feel like that would have actually killed him?
Definitely not what he is in the comics for sure.
No,
I think we're on the way. I'm hoping they kind of like correct that. Like,
I hope we get Planet Hulk at some point.
I hope so too. I don't know. They do this weird thing where they're like, it almost feels like they're at a post Planet Hulk, but we never got Planet Hulk. We never got World War Hulk.
Yeah,
we never got World Breaker Hulk.
See,
I want that.
The thing with it is like they sent him away, but I feel like there wasn't like a real reason besides where they were like, oh, it would be cool to have him and Thor fight, which it was cool to have him and Thor fight. But I want like Hulk to go crazy, and I want him to get like, I don't know. Now that he's not in Banner's body anymore, I'm hoping that they kind of wreck shop. Like I hope that he goes full Hulk. And I did think, I was like, well, with his regeneration ability, would the swelling of his heart really matter? I don't know. I was like, interesting. Hank just fucking, I guess he's goated.
It's like, it's really hard. The Hulk is like almost immortal in the comics. Like the only character that can kill him, I think, is Wolverine.
And even then, he came back after that. And
he did.
And that did
come back.
Yep.
And that was also like, are you talking about Old Man Logan?
Mm-hmm.
And he was fucking like 80 years old by that point too.
Yeah, that's true.
I don't know. I just hope they do. I just hope they, because in the first Avengers it kind of felt that way, and then in Age of Ultron it kind of felt that way because everybody's scared of him. Like everybody's like, oh, like what are we gonna do?
Yeah, go to sleep.
Yeah, exactly. Like everybody's like, oh fuck, he's like a problem. And now he's just like, oh, that's Hulk, bro. He's just like, oh, that's
he's a coworker.
Yeah, exactly. Like he's like, nobody's like scared that he's just gonna fucking like murder people. And I'm kind of hoping that they just bring that back a little bit. But we'll see.
Yeah, I really hated his treatment in Infinity War and Endgame. So
I wasn't obsessed with it in Infinity War. I thought it was needed for Endgame. Like it served the purpose. like
For real?
narratively, you needed him to be that. But clearly now they're like, fuck it, we don't need him to be that anymore.
Mhm.
So I'm hoping big things. But back to the episode, I did think it was a lot of fun, and I did think it's kind of cool having all the actors there. Like it's kind of fun, isn't it? Like I don't know if that was just me. This is the first episode. The dude who does Tony's voice is actually pretty good at it. It's like a
It took
little
me a
off.
second.
Yeah,
It
it's
took me a second to realize it wasn't
yeah.
Robert Downey Jr.
It's just the right amount of off where you're like, oh, that isn't Robert, but it does sound really similar. And apparently he's done a lot of Iron Man stuff for like just like regular, like in regular animated stuff. But I don't know, there's some cool novelty about it. It's like the finishing mark where you're like, oh, Sam Jackson is actually Nick Fury in this.
I want to know how much they're paying Samuel L. Jackson for this, because he seems real hyped to be continuing working with Marvel.
I think he just likes being a badass because he's like 72.
Oh, yeah.
I guess so.
He's 72 and like still whooping ass.
He's 72. Jesus Christ.
I know. He doesn't look a day over like 60.
No.
Yeah.
No. Even that, dude. Like,
Yeah.
holy shit.
I know. I think he is gonna die soon though. I think they're gonna kill him in the MCU just so if he like passes away in real life.
He's got Secret Invasion coming up, so
Yeah.
They're filming that.
I'm really pumped with Emilia Clarke. Yeah, I'm super. I like that they bring back the original actors. It adds a little like refreshing take, and it was super weird seeing Mark Ruffalo in the Incredible Hulk. Like it's like they just acted like I was like, how are they going to do this when they were going to do it? And then it was just Mark Ruffalo, and I was like, oh, that's a little weird. I was like, it's the same scene, but it's Mark. No, I don't know. I thought it was kind of fun and kind of weird. But I really enjoyed the mystery, and I liked the reveal, and I thought it made enough sense. And the way they kill Hawkeye in this episode, like, bruh. They did that fool so dirty. Hank Pym just crawls inside of his ear and like it just fucks his brain, I guess. Like, what were you saying, Gabe?
Oh, I was agreeing with you. I was saying yeah.
It's nuts. It's nuts. But let's move into like one of the like peak fiction episodes of the season. What if Doctor Strange lost his heart instead of his hands? John, I'll let you start. What do you think about?
I really like this episode. Was it kind of? I don't remember Doctor Strange liking her that way. They kind of felt like friends in Doctor Strange.
I think that's the difference is, in Doctor Strange, he asks her to go to this benefit and she says no. But I think now they're like, oh, they're kind of dating, and she actually says yes, and that's like how she dies.
Maybe so. Maybe you're right. Yeah. Other than that, though, yeah, it was a great episode. Yeah, I thought it was a perfect what if in my mind. I thought it was great. Yeah.
Yeah. Were you a big fan of the well, first of all, they get this the Sorcerer Supreme back, or what's her name, the Ancient One. Did you like how it played out?
Yeah,
like where she?
Oh yeah, they did bring her back, huh?
Yeah. Did you like how it like played out where she like split him? Did you think that was cool?
Yeah, I thought it was cool to see a good Doctor Strange and bad Doctor Strange fight, and then the bad Doctor Strange wins. I like that downer ending and him like begging the Watcher, like, please, like just punish me, like just bring all these people back, please.
Oh, that was so cool when he like.
Oh, and he can't. I can't.
What do you mean? Like when he turns around and he's like.
Yeah. Oh, like he's like I'm supposed to watch. I can't interfere.
Yeah, bro. But when Doctor Strange fucking sees him and he's like, "Who said that?" I was like, "Whoa, bro! Like you're on a whole nother level." Did you think that was cool, John? Or
oh yeah, that was awesome.
Oh, I totally forgot about
it was coming, but it was just awesome to see.
Yeah. We'll talk more about it in a second. I want to get Gabe's opinion first, but I do have a couple like interesting things. Go ahead, Gabe. What did you think about this episode?
Oh, I love this episode. Bar none, my favorite.
Really?
Just because well, besides the last two.
Okay, gotcha.
3, I guess. Two?
Mhm.
Last two.
Two, the
Yeah.
last two, yeah. I was like, Party Thor?
Yeah, kind of.
He really
Say
likes
credit
Party Thor.
scene.
He's
That-
downplaying
I
it
did.
right now, but when
No,
I
I
asked him
did
about
like
it, he really
no,
liked it.
no. I said I did like Party Thor. All right.
All right, what did you
Anyway.
think? We can continue. Go ahead.
So I really like this episode. I really like the whole duality between, she changed it to where there was, two different Doctor Stranges, one that succumbed to temptation and the other that was honorable and continued on, or whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
Decided to move on with his life.
Yeah.
But yeah, I loved how like whenever he was going back in time over and over and over again, he couldn't fix it, no matter how many times he tried.
I know the ways that they kill her is pretty. It almost made me laugh a little bit because I was like,
Yeah,
bro, it's just shit
Groundhog
luck.
Day.
Like she stays home and then gets fucking blown up. I was like, oh my god.
Yeah, and then they finally, he finally saves her, but she just ends up like turning into ethereal goop right in front of him.
I know. Oh god, that was horrible. Also, I think this is one of the only episodes where every single person is actually the person in real life who voices them. Like they got Chris, what's her name? Rachel Adams, right? I think Rachel McAdams. They got her to do Christine. They got Benedict to do Doctor Strange. They got Wong to do Wong, and then they got what's her name for Tilda Swinton for the Ancient One. Like every single person in this episode is.
I feel like the most of their budget had to go to the casting.
I know. That's what I was thinking too.
Oh yeah, no kidding.
I was like, oh my god, like what are they paying these people? Because like, I mean, it's less work, but still, these are like A-list people you're getting to do the voice acting.
Yeah, I know Benedict Cumberbatch was like just happy to be there. Like he was excited for it. So,
yeah. But you really liked it, Gabe?
Yeah, I really liked it. It like had a whole moral to the story. It was like the first time that the Watcher interacted sort of with the universe, in terms of like talking with Doctor Strange. Like, I can't do anything. Like, you did this.
Yeah.
I can't fix it, but that you have to live with this.
What's crazy is like it was almost like a fable. Like this episode is like one of those old stories that's like there to tell a moral dilemma and then you just move on.
Right.
Yeah. I know. I thought it was really good. Did you guys did you have any standout moments, like either of you? Would be like this is the part that kind of made this episode?
The ending of it, whenever he's just wailing into the black void.
Dude,
it crushes you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was just gonna say that I really liked when it zooms out from this little pocket dimension that Doctor Strange created, and you just see this purple sphere, and he's just in it, and that's it. That's the ending of it.
He created his own cage, kind of. Well, what I thought was cool is like when he's like when the world is basically like crumbling, it looks like ink, like the drawing is like it's like they're melting off the ink from the page, and I was like, wow, that's really fucking cool. One of the interests. Oh, also, I love this episode too. By the way, I just want to say that. One of the better ones for sure. But one of the interesting things that I did want to talk about is they bring up absolute points, and they say that her death is an absolute point. And then they also, it kind of seems like they're inferring that Tony's death might be an absolute point at some point in every universe because. Well, first of all, he's dead in the MCU, like as that we follow. And then he dies in every other single episode that he's seen in besides the last one. But that story we won't get to see until next season. So do you guys think that them saying that her name is Christine's death being an absolute point, do you think she's fucking toast in Doctor Strange 2?
Yeah.
Nah.
You don't think so?
No, I don't. I don't know. I don't know if Rachel McAdams would want to come back, but I don't think they're gonna kill her.
She's
or
back.
Is it an absolute point in that multiverse?
She's back, John.
I know she's coming back for number 2, but I mean, like, would she want to come back for number 3? Is what I'm saying.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I'm saying though. If she dies, she doesn't have to come back for a number 3.
Yeah, I guess so. I'm not sure. I don't know. I
But
don't know.
I just thought it was so interesting that they like, it's like they make a note to kill Tony. They're like, yeah, this fucking dude has to go.
I like to think that behind the scenes it was like, guys, we're not getting Robert Downey Jr. Back for this, so just kill him. Just kill him every time.
But even in like the
Every time.
Killmonger episode, he's around for a while. I was like, what? Like, I don't know. I was like, damn. What do you think, Gabe? Do you think Christine's toast?
I think she's a love interest, or she's one of those love interests that I do not care about.
So you think? So you think? If she died?
Yeah, I think she'll die.
But what do you think they'll get in trouble for fridging her?
For what?
Fridging. It's basically like you kill. It's a Hollywood trope where you kill the female that the male is interested in order to progress the male's character. And it happens over and over and over again, like in like a bunch of Hollywood films.
Every James Bond film, you mean?
Yeah, literally. I don't know. I was like, I just thought it was interesting that they would bring that up, and then we would see that Tony dies in all the other universes too. And I was like, It's not looking very good for Christine. But maybe it won't happen. Maybe it won't happen. But did you guys have any, like you said you loved the episode? Do you have any parts you think you didn't like?
I feel like it got a little muddled with what's his name, the monk.
Yeah, that he was training with.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I agree. There were certain parts of it that I was like, let's just keep the pace running.
Yeah, that's what I think. I think the pacing slowed down a little bit when he was absorbing all the creatures, even though that was kind of fun.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But no, he's a fucking badass too. We'll talk more about that when we get to the finale. But let's move into episode 5 if you guys don't have anything else you'd like to add about it.
Nope.
Let's move into episode 5. What if Marvel Zombies? Yay. The Walking Dead. Gabe, what did you think about The Walking Dead season 20?
Season 2.
I liked it. I really liked this episode. This was probably my most anticipated episode. This is probably the only, like, I don't know if it's a what if comic or what, but this is the only one that I remember reading in terms of comic books. Mm-hmm. And just seeing how screwed up it is, and like how they're all self-conscious. They all have like still their consciousness, but they just have like this raving hunger.
Yeah.
And so I was wondering if they were going to go that route this time, but no, just straight up zombies.
Yeah.
But it's still pretty dope.
Yeah, it is pretty fun. And I like the characters a lot in this one. I thought who they chose to keep alive was very smart. And it was weird that they didn't get Tom to do the voice. Did anybody else? Do you think there's a rights issue there?
Yes, that was definitely a Sony thing. That had to be a Sony thing.
You think so, really?
Yeah, because it's weird. They didn't have to get Sony's permission to put Spider-Man in the episode, because Marvel has the TV rights to Spider-Man. They just don't have the film rights to Spider-Man.
But using Tom's voice would then make it.
I feel like it would have. I feel like that's why. Because
they altered the costume just a little bit too.
Yeah, he just seems like a guy who would have been up for voicing this.
Yeah.
So I really do think that it had something to do with Sony.
Yeah. What did you think about the episode, John?
It was great. I remember watching like the day after, like a lot of critics not liking it.
Oh God, IGN hated it. They give it like
dude. I thought it was great.
Yeah,
I thought it was awesome. I had no issue with the plot, or some people were like, "Oh, there wasn't enough action," and I'm like, "I had enough. I had enough for what I was asking for." So
plus the fact that like most of them retained their powers, like it was so fucking cool when like Scarlet Witch just like how everyone's like afraid of her, and like Vision was like, "I'm here for a reason, and it's to keep her from getting out." I was like,
Chadwick Boseman killed it in this episode too.
God,
he did not have as much to do, but man.
Oh my God, dude! When his fucking line where he's like, just when we die, death is not the end. As long as we have those who remember us. I was like, I was like, bro, you're killing me.
Yeah.
I was just like, he had to be in the booth and knew. He
Yeah.
had to have known.
I don't know. It's like
This
they
is
were writing it
insane.
like this is one of the last things that we'll ever hear him say. I was like, bro,
Seriously.
what the fuck? It killed me. I was like, you're joking right now. They didn't. That is not a line that would like. What the fuck was that? I don't know.
Yeah.
You know what else?
I miss him so much.
You know what
I
this episode did though, just to kind of like, I don't know, but Ant-Man I think is my new favorite Avenger.
That's your fucking face for this, for this episode.
Yeah, but
It's like fucking Ant-Man's head in a jar.
it's his head in a jar. But like, I don't know, like it's just he's so awkward the entire time. He's like, "Hey, I'm an Avenger too," and I'm like, "Okay, Mister Shrink."
Dude, that's exactly how he was in Endgame too, with those fucking kids walk up to him. He's like, "You want one from me? I'm Ant-Man."
He's like, "No, they want one. They want one." I was like, "No, we're good." It's like, "No, they're okay. They're okay."
Take the goddamn phone.
So awkward.
Oh god. No, this episode's really fun. And I was like, wow, we're hitting a stride here.
Yeah.
Because I was like, wow, I've liked like 4 out of the 5 episodes so far, and like I feel like they keep getting better, or if they're like equivalently good. And I like Bucky, like Sebastian Stan is a lot better in this one. Like I don't know I don't know what it was. His like he works a lot better, and I think it's because it's more so Bucky that we know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And when he like has to kill Steve, and they like poke fun at the end of the line joke, like where he's like, I'm sorry, pal, I guess it wasn't to the end of I guess this was the end of the line, and then he takes the shield. I thought that was pretty fun. Also, they do Sharon Carter dirty. Horribly dirty.
Right. How so?
What'd you say?
How so? I might be blank.
He gets killed by Cap, basically.
Oh yeah.
Bucky just literally he like grabs her face and just throws her backwards, and then Hope like explodes inside of her.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah. Did you guys think it was weird? Like, it felt
Yeah, she's like, I have Sharon on me. Yeah.
yeah. Did you guys feel it was weird, the like relationship between Hope and Peter a little bit?
Weird in what way?
I don't know. It didn't feel like platonic because they were like, let's do this for Hope.
I don't know. It felt like, I don't know. It felt platonic to me. Almost family-like, kind of.
Like it was forced character development.
Yeah, maybe.
I think it was off-screen character development is what it was.
I also thought it was really cool how the Vision basically does the same thing that Wanda does.
Oh yeah.
In WandaVision. I thought that was a really cool parallel. And then of course he fucking dies again because Vision seems to die in every movie that he's in. He just cannot stop dying. Like if he's in a new project.
No, not in What If Ultron Won?
That doesn't count, bro. That ain't Vision.
All right.
That's not Vision.
All right.
But no, I really like that. And I like the part where he like grabs the stone from his head.
Yeah.
No, it was really fun. Yeah, no, this episode's really good. Do you guys have any standout moments? You think you were like, this made the episode?
That freaking Chadwick Boseman, man.
Yeah, Chadwick
fucking killed me, man.
What about you?
I felt like it hit the right beats for a zombie movie.
Mm-hmm.
You know, because like they have, I don't know, like the new guy who's supposed to be the survivor, and then it goes. They realize, okay, there might be safety here.
Oh yeah,
so
the new guy. Oh yeah, that's right. Mark Ruffalo is new, and because it picks up like right when Infinity War starts.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Huh. Interesting.
I hope that Peter was okay because Thanos definitely became a zombie and had the Infinity Stones.
This universe is fucked. Like, capital F fucked. Because either Thanos is going to turn everyone to zombies or he's going to turn everyone to food.
Yeah.
So I was like, they have no chance. Like they're literally done. Um, and you can kind of tell they were done by the way that they were used in the finale. Like he didn't use any of the heroes. They just threw them all the zombies in there.
Everybody's becoming chicken nuggets
Yeah,
for zombie Thanos.
for
Zombie Grimace.
His mission has changed. He's no longer trying to save human or save existence. He's now trying to eat existence. But I think that universe, it's clear that it was fucked in the way that it was used in the finale, because it's not like they grab a hero to come and help them fight. They just throw all the zombies on Ultron in an effort to like slow him down.
Then he freaking destroys the planet.
Yeah, no, he's not. Yeah, let's move into, I think, probably my least favorite episode. What if Killmonger saved Tony? Gabe, what do you think about this episode?
I love this episode. Easily, I think it's either my second or third. I think it contends very well with the zombies episode.
Really?
Yeah, honestly, I really like the zombies episode. And this one just it hits very similar. I don't know.
The Killmonger saving Tony one?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
I like this episode. I thought it showed just how much, what the Watcher said in the beginning of this episode, that how heroes aren't born, but they're forged, they're made, and how Tony Stark was just a piece of shit before, going into that cave and coming out as Iron Man.
Yeah, that's a good point.
And then Killmonger just exploiting that, and how, Tony Stark is actually kind of dumb whenever it comes to people.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was interesting because it was kind of like Tony got off the rails, basically, or he was just never checked. And so we kind of get to see what we never really got to see, because Iron Man starts and then boom, you're immediately into his arc. We don't ever really get to see. I mean, we see a little bit of him being a dick at the casino and stuff like that. But now it was oh no, he is a piece of shit. When he basically just throws Pepper, Happy, and Rhodey all away just to be hang out with Killmonger.
Yeah.
Yeah. No. Okay. I can feel that. What did you think about it, John?
I liked it. I liked it to an extent. I'm all about more Killmonger. I like Killmonger. I like Michael B. Jordan. But just the plan seemed a little far-fetched. I don't know. It seemed like a lot to do.
Are you talking about Killmongers?
Yeah.
Yeah, it did kind of seem
Feints within feints.
Yeah, it seemed like Luke's plan in Return of the Jedi, where it doesn't really make sense.
I would love to see a what if on if seeing a world where Killmonger is a good guy, because he's got it in him. He's just really, really going about it in a terrible way.
You think he has it in him? I think he's fucking twisted, dude.
He's freaking twisted. He has got some stuff going on, man. Yeah. He explains all the time why he's doing what he's doing, but it's just man, this is not the way.
He's right ideas, wrong. What's it called? What's the word I'm looking for? You guys know the word I'm looking for. Execution.
Don't justify the means.
Yeah. Did you like it the same amount as Gabe, John?
No, I wouldn't call it my favorite episode. But I liked it. I mean, I wouldn't say that I had a bad time seeing it. And I would put it above a meh. It's above a meh. It's not a meh. It's above it.
It's good.
Because I had a good time watching it. It was kind of hard to fully drop into that plan is all.
Mm-hmm.
That was my only thing.
I thought this was one of the I thought we took a great step back. coming off of zombies and going into this. I thought this was a meh episode. I did like the little nods to Michael B. Jordan's like obsession with anime and stuff, like all the like new I guess they're droids, I guess, or like basically.
Oh, by the way, just to kind of drop this, everybody watch Jinlock. It is horrible and amazing at the same time. It's produced by Michael B. Jordan. It's done by the Rooster Teeth Studios.
Let's go ahead and bleep that out.
Don't you plug somebody else's channel on my show, Gabe.
Dude, it is fucking horrendous. Whoever greenlit that it was smoking crack.
Kilmonger makes me scared to meet Michael B. Jordan in real life. Like, I would be afraid to meet him.
God, he's such a cool character, though, isn't he? Like, Killmonger's such a
break
badass.
your retainer, dude.
I remember that,
story?
Gabe. I just
Okay.
remember. I just understood what you're talking about. Okay, yeah. No, yes. I mean, he is beautiful. Like, there's no denying. Even in animation, stunning.
Yeah.
But yeah, and I don't know. I was kind of on it. I mean, it was fun, I guess, but it wasn't.
What made you not like it specifically, I guess?
Well, what made me like it was like I like when the mom's like crying and like fighting for T'Challa or whatever. What made me not like it is I felt like it wasn't much of a story. Do you know what I'm saying? Like it didn't feel like much of a story that we really needed to see.
Yeah.
That makes sense. Like I like Don Cheadle's whole thing, like when Rhodey comes in and he's like, you have to change the system from the inside. Like you can't just like you know what I'm saying? You have to be a part of the system to change it. I was like, oh, that's interesting. Like that's an interesting ideology. But then they just fucking wax him. Like they kill. What I will give the show as a overall, like they are not afraid to just kill people. Like because it seemingly
but they can.
Yeah, because it seemingly doesn't matter. So I like that they
zero consequences.
I like that they do take that jump and are like, no, we're just gonna fucking kill him because like why wouldn't we? But I just felt that the episode was a little undercooked. I don't know. It was cool seeing Chadwick in the ancestral plane talking to him.
Oh fuck, that got me too, man. Every time.
Every Chadwick scene is
God. We had to see Chadwick Boseman in the astral plane. Are you fucking kidding me?
Yeah, it's all good, bro. It's all good. I love Chadwick, and that kind of made the episode like. And when they it's a clear nod, like when they're all like crying and they like throw up their spear and they're like for T'Challa and they're like all like chanting, oh man, right in the feels.
Yeah, you know Chadwick was in so many of these episodes just because he wanted to. Like he found that fun. He found it awesome.
Yeah, you could tell he enjoyed it. But what were you saying, Gabe? I think you were about to say something. I kind of cut you off.
What were you saying? Because you just you cut out for the past like 20 seconds.
Really?
You're like, what were you saying? And then you just froze.
Oh, I didn't say anything. That's why.
Oh.
Yeah. That would explain why.
If you're not high,
awkward.
you're experiencing this as the same way I am.
It's in real time, Gabe.
Gabe, I'm
my
here with
God.
you, man. It's okay.
Going through withdrawals.
Do you guys have anything else you'd like to talk about this episode? You just both overall liked it, and I thought it was just okay.
Yeah, I liked it. Yeah, looking back on it now, I think I was just having a good time while watching it. I can't think of anything
Gabe, you like when Big Gun go
spectacular.
boom. That's okay.
What?
You like when Big Gun go boom.
Yes, I do.
I love
Big
when
Gun
we
go boom boom a lot, man.
Go boom, 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 boom. Okay. Let's move into what if Thor was an only child, otherwise known as the Party Thor episode. What did you think about this, John?
Oh man. Look, I understand maybe why they would make this episode. I did not like it, but it was a good time. I just did not. How do I put this? I would give it a 4 out of 10. It was a step below a meh.
Okay, interesting. Damn, what was it specifically that you didn't like? Was it like pacing, story, like character?
It just felt like a waste of time. It just felt like a waste. I'll be honest. It just felt like a waste of time.
You just feel like you didn't gain anything from it.
No, and I know that was probably the point. It was just a fun episode. I liked that we got more Frigga, and that there was the whole he had to clean the planet before she got there. I don't know. It just wasn't for me though.
Yeah, I feel
a
that.
lot of cool Easter eggs though. A lot of cool Easter eggs.
Yeah, there were a lot of fun Easter eggs. But I also think that's one of my problems because it made the universe feel so small because it's like a bunch of people we know, and I was like it kind of made sense for Chadwick in the What If T'Challa was Starlord one because like that the people are connected to Thanos, so like you would see those people like connected, but like the aliens celebrating, it's like all people we've seen. I was like, I mean, does he only have these for like why are they all people we already know? You know what I'm saying?
Well, because that's what's going to bring people in. We're not like all of a sudden he starts making. If you've never seen Thor Ragnarok, and all of a sudden he's starting to talk with was it Meek and Korg, right?
Then you're going to want to go see Thor Ragnarok.
Then, well, yeah, but no, then you don't know these characters. So who the hell is he talking to right now?
Yeah, I guess that's fair. I just felt like I was like, oh, he doesn't really have many friends outside of the people we already know existed, which I was like, that's interesting. But what did you think about the episode, Gabe?
I thought this one was kind of refreshing. Like there were the worst consequence was like the worst consequence in a TV sitcom, right? Yeah. Oh, we threw a party and now mom's going to be pissed off if we don't clean everything up.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like there were no stakes except for the world's going to end if everybody continues to party.
Yeah.
And I don't know what they're doing, but even in the animation, Captain Marvel is just cardboard.
I was going to say, man.
Really? You guys didn't like her?
She just doesn't have a personality. And it's almost like they knew that and made fun of it in this episode.
I didn't. She bothered. She didn't. I didn't feel like I don't like Captain Marvel because I don't, not the character, the movie. I just don't like. It's just not for me. But I wasn't bothered by her in this one. But that's interesting that you guys were. I see. I feel like this episode was needed because now looking back, it's like the one that's like the calm before the storm. Like they're like, okay, here's a light and like non-serious episode. So that way, when we throw these like heavy ass episodes at you next, like you feel like you know what I'm saying. And I also thought it was interesting. This is also one of the only ones where they have like almost everyone in the cast back. I think the only person they don't have is Drax, and probably Rocket. But that fucking dude, that joke where he's like, oh, there's a rabbit in the sink. I don't know why. That one just, like, I thought that was really funny.
There's a rabbit in the sink?
Yeah, when Jane was talking to, I think it was Maria Hill, in the background, you can hear Thor go, who left this rabbit in the sink? And he's talking about, like, Rocket.
Oh.
I don't know. I thought it was really funny, but I don't know. I was just kind of okay on this episode too. And then the ending happened, and I was like, "Wait a minute." I was like, "Where are we going with this?" Because it seemed like it was the first time that the Watcher was surprised, and I was like, "Whoa, that's weird that he would be shocked by that." Did you have any moments of it that you liked, John?
Were you talking?
Yeah. Yes, there were moments I liked. I liked the whole interaction between like Thor and Jane, and how it's like, is he gonna leave me? Is he gonna ghost me? Like blah blah. Is there gonna be any commitment with that? And I love the tattoos. It's science and magic, and like how it stays on throughout. That was hilarious.
Also, like, what the fuck did Thor blow up a planet? Like they kind of just glossed over that, but they were like, he might have.
Hey, it's Thor. He's a party guy. What can we say?
And he was like, no, nobody got hurt. Everyone's fine.
And I love how as soon as Odin goes to sleep, everybody just fucks off.
Everybody's
soon
like,
as-
fuck responsibility.
Yeah, the cat's away, the mice will play, sort of thing, you know.
Hmm. What about you, John? Was there anything that you liked in the episode? Hello?
I'm thinking.
Oh, okay. I was like, what the fuck? Wow, you can't think of anything?
It was fun. It
I
was
mean,
cute.
like even like the Loki coming back and then being like, "Oh, you're my brother from another mother." Like,
That was funny. That was funny. Nah, man, nothing stood out enough, you know.
wow, wow.
Not Thor beating beating up Captain Marvel. I'm like, you know what you are? You're a party pooper.
And I think everybody thought he was gonna say something else.
Yeah, I thought
Yep.
I really thought he was going to say something else.
Yep.
I was like, "Are they really about to do this right now?" 'Cause
Yeah.
I was like, knowing the fan base, like they know like where our heads were going, and I was like, "There's no way." I was like, because they clearly baited it, right? Like they had to have been baiting it.
Oh,
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah. I don't know. I thought the episode was. I thought it was just fine. I thought.
Captain Marvel's such a snitch, man.
Oh my god.
Went to go tell on him.
Getting close. Oh yeah, when she went and told on his mom.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did like Frigga was back, but they didn't get Renee Russo back, and I was like, oh, like what is she doing? Like, why couldn't you go get her?
Yeah, she ain't busy.
Yeah, well, at least not that I've seen. I haven't seen anything with her in it. I don't know. Whatever. Let's move into the fun stuff because this next episode.
Yay.
What if Ultron won and what if the Watcher? We'll kind of talk about them. I mean, we'll focus on what if Ultron won for right now, but we will talk about both kind of as a unison. What did you guys think about what if Ultron won?
I loved it. I loved it. It was good. Where the fuck is this Hawkeye in the movies? It was
Dude.
great.
Dude, Hawkeye in this episode is so fucking cool, man.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
If they
I'm like-
capture this for the show, I'll be over the moon because like he basically has the same powers, but like the way that he is in this show is just so interesting.
Seriously.
Yeah.
And I like how they show like they played to their strengths, right? They just hit and ran the entire
Yeah.
time. Like Hawkeye, like he would fire off a bunch of arrows, and then like as soon as they started going towards him, he had like that invisibility cloak. And then like
what the fuck was that? Where
he just turned, dude, it's so good.
I just love that
And then
Ultron.
like just like
Oh, go ahead, Gabe.
go ahead.
No, go ahead.
No, like and how he just like spun around in circles right afterwards, like just firing off the bow, stabbing them in their heads. But like you could see that like they were closing in.
Yeah.
That like he wasn't winning that fight, but like he was just doing his damnedest to like kill every single one of them.
Oh my god! And when they fucking like when he's like, I told you, I'm like done. I'm done fighting. And then
Oh.
they mirror the end game scene, and then there's that beautiful shot where it's just like him falling and like all the drones like coming towards. Oh my god, dude, it's so good. And like how Nat gets back up, and then she immediately falls on her knees like he did when he got the stone. Oh, it's just done to perfection. It's just done so well. And
Oh yeah.
Ultron winning, like you just feel so hopeless. Like there's literally no one else there. Like there's nobody else except for these two guys. And I was like, oh my God. Like,
There are so few people that he can literally see the Watcher.
yeah, like it's like, what the fuck, dude? Like, also, did you guys feel cheated by how he beat Thanos or no?
Oh, how he just like beamed him and it was like, what are you?
It felt like lazy writing, I'll be honest.
Are you serious?
It felt like lazy writing, but I understood why they did it. I understood
Well,
why
but-
they did it.
I like how they did it though, because it's the Mind Stone, so it's like that's the fastest way to fight somebody. It's just quick strike. I'm just gonna kill you. I'm not gonna worry about fighting you or anything like that. You know, preemptive strike and all that before we start monologuing.
Well, it also feels like they capitalized, like Ultron capitalized well, first of all, speed, because he's able to process like all that information like really fast.
Let me see who the hell did they get to voice Ultron?
It's the dude. Get this. It's fucking the same dude who does Red Skull, who is Red Skull in Infinity War Endgame.
I did not like it.
Wow.
I did not like the voice acting for Ultron.
Really?
Not
I liked
at
it.
all, man.
I fucking loved
me.
it. I was like,
It
I was
bothered
like,
me a ton.
it's no James Spader, but I still really enjoyed it.
Oh, dude, if they got James Spader to come back for this, that would be amazing.
I'm surprised they couldn't, man. The only thing that guy does is Blacklist.
Yeah, that's literally what he was shooting and why they didn't get him back. He was in the middle of shooting Blacklist and he couldn't need
My goodness.
Somebody has to please those middle-aged women out there.
It would have been amazing to get him back on there.
And my dad watches that show too.
I watched it for 2 seasons. It was okay.
But yeah, no, I think he does a great job, John. I'm surprised you didn't like him.
Did not like it. No.
Well,
I don't know. James Spader's voice is so iconic to me that I'm like, anything that would try and even attempt to imitate that just bothers me so much.
Well, the thing with it is I was like, okay, so clearly the plot, like Ultron needs to win, like either way. Even if they had this big brawl, Ultron was going to come out on top. Like he has to for the story to make sense, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, okay, well, if it's either we get a big brawl that just wastes some screen time, or we can just get like him cutting Thanos in half. And also, like, it seems like he capitalizes on Thanos' like cockiness, because Thanos is pretty cocky in Infinity War. Like he takes off all his armor and he's like, I'm just gonna fuck up these.
Oh yeah, right? That's true.
And they immobilized Vision really quick in Infinity War too, so he couldn't do that. So I didn't feel like it was too big of a deal. And also, it's really fun where he's like interesting and just because I was like, oh no, like what's gonna happen? And it's like literally just 1 second, like, and then just cuts him right in fucking half. I was like, that's
he fucking massacres Captain Marvel in that episode.
Oh, dude.
Oh yeah, that's all you got.
She said, "Oh, bro." When she says something and then he's like, she's like, you can't win. And then he's like, I already have. And then it's like he just fucking decimates like 5 or 6 planets, like while he kills her. I was, oh my God, bro. He's nuts. He's a menace. And I love like the suit up, like when he has all the stones spinning around him. And then he just like, it's like, I don't know. I've been seeing a bunch of fan edits that look great. But the moment go ahead.
No, you go ahead. This is a gripe, so you go ahead.
No, please gripe. I want to.
Infinity Gauntlet, right?
Mm-hmm.
The Infinity Stones
Mm-hmm.
cannot, in the comics, at least, they don't work outside of your universe.
Yeah, it seems like, because I've heard about this too. It seems like what they're setting up in the MCU is the stones may have different properties in different universes, but the only place they don't work is the TVA.
Yeah, I actually rewatched the episode of Loki where they explain that, and that is what they say.
Yeah, they say that stones don't work here in the TVA.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like that little pocket time dimension where they don't work, but they can work in other universes, but apparently they have different properties, because that's why Gamora's like, oh, we can't destroy the stones because it's made to destroy the stones in my universe.
So then why this is the reason why I didn't want to bring this one up yet, but like in the second episode then, right?
Mm-hmm.
What's to keep them from going to different universes where somebody like Tony Stark has the Infinity Stones, is he able to use them, or the Hulk has the Infinity Stones, or a Thanos that the Watcher's able to talk with?
But the thing
and
now
then fight Ultron.
Now you're just getting into like the problem with the multiverse.
Exactly.
Which is why I think eventually they'll just cut it off, because like it's the end all be. It answers any of your problems. Like if you have a problem, you can solve it with the multiverse. And Kirby disagrees with me on this, but I think after I can't remember, Quantum Mania or Multiverse of Madness, they're just going to be like, okay, the multiverse, just like it's cut off forever.
It's done.
Yeah. But yeah, that's just a multiverse problem, and that's like in the comics too. Like, why don't they just go in the comics? That's like in the comics too, when they could just solve any problem, and they do. They often do just do that to solve any problem. But come on, Gabe. That moment when he fucking says, "I hear you," or "I see you."
Oh, I hear you.
He goes,
I see you.
see you, and turns around and fucking looks at him and watches like, what the hell?
Yeah, he's like, oh, this is supposed to happen. He just immediately closes it too. He's like, oh fuck, oh fuck, oh fuck.
Starts shitting his pants immediately.
Like, one way to explain like how that doesn't keep happening is that like it was really hard for Ultron to find the part in the galaxy that he could get into where the Watcher is and then travel to multiple universes. Like, he had to be where the Watcher is to go to another universe. He couldn't just use the Infinity Stones to travel there, if you remember.
Oh, that's a good point.
You know?
He just became powerful enough to find that pocket dimension.
Yeah. And, like, to do that, you'd have to be aware of the Watcher. And to do that, the Watcher would have to be stupid and talk right behind you.
Do you guys think that maybe before Thanos destroyed the stones, he, like, was powerful enough to, like, see the Watcher?
Could have been. I know Thanos was definitely like, like, beyond this, they're just good for temptation. So I'm going to destroy them.
Yeah, maybe he was too focused on his own goal.
Yeah.
I guess we're getting. Are we going to get into the second episode here now?
We're talking about him as one unit, basically. So if you want to just merge on.
So, which is like, at the end of the fight, then, like, that's kind of the same argument. Like, that's kind of like they're all having the conversation where they're just looking at each other after they have the stones, right?
Mm-hmm.
And Killmonger is like, we can use these to fix everything.
Yeah.
And, they're all kind of like, absolute power corrupts absolutely sort of deal. They're all pure of heart, and they're like, no, I'm not going to pick that up.
Well, I think it's mostly
a bad idea.
Well, Captain Carter, I think, is just a good person, but I think Doctor Strange has kind of learned that lesson.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And
Killmonger would have had to have found his way to the Watcher and where he's at. So I don't know if Killmonger could have done it. It wasn't proved. The only thing was they just needed to separate the stones from Ultron's body, and then they're stuck in that forever loop in that little pocket dimension.
How did you guys feel about the fight in the last episode? Were you satisfied with it?
No. And here's why. The Watcher chooses, and I get it, like, this is the 1,000,000,000 to 1 chance, right?
Mm-hmm.
But he chooses out of the entire multiverse probably the most powerful Doctor Strange, an alcoholic Thor, and a bunch of people who could punch different ways.
Yeah,
right?
See, this is my thing. He picks like 3 humans. And like, well, because T'Challa's he doesn't have the serum, right? So he's just a dude.
Yeah, he's just some
Or
dude
not
who
the
like has
serum.
space technology.
He did not the serum, the Purple Heart. He has not taken the Purple Heart, so he's just fucking a dude with like Star-Lord's abilities. And then Killmonger does have the Purple Heart, so it's like like maybe he should be there. But even then, like him, Captain Carter, Killmonger,
Black Widow.
and Black Widow.
Black Widow wasn't chosen.
Just
Gamora.
Just
well, like
people.
Okay, she's an alien and all of that. Like she has.
Well, Gamora has like super strength and shit. Like she picks up that big ass gun in Guardians 2.
Oh, that's right.
But I mean, honestly, if it wasn't for Doctor Strange, they all would have been clapped.
Oh, instantly.
They would have been fucked. Like there was no way they'd come out on top if Doctor Strange wasn't there, because, well, one, he puts the protection spell on him, which is like the biggest help ever, because if they didn't
he also does most of the work though whenever it comes to fighting Ultron.
I know the fucking dude he swallows like the planet destroying beam.
Yeah.
That was
first
so
I thought he
cold.
swallowed the soul stone.
That was
not
so
gonna lie.
cold.
At first I thought like he ate the soul stone.
Yeah, I for real did too. Well, he like fucking like he just has it in his hand. He's like, "Bitch, please." I was like, I was like, oh fuck. Like if this is the power level we're going to get with like our Doctor Strange eventually, I was like, he's gonna be untouchable.
Ooh.
Like he's gonna be like,
well, he also has to eat a bunch of monsters first, though.
yeah, but I think there's a duality to it, right? Do you think that like our Doctor Strange could get that powerful, but like be good and not like do the eating monsters thing, or do you think it's not a possible thing? What do you guys think?
Well, why would he have to eat the monsters to get rid of the absolute point or whatever to fix an absolute point?
Yeah, he probably won't do that. But I'm just saying, do you
It'd be
think
cool.
our Doctor Strange could get this powerful without that?
Well, I don't think it's a question of could, but like what if he were to get that much power?
What if?
What would happen?
No, but I mean, other than like the fact that the Watcher, for some reason, I do have another gripe. The Watcher, for some reason, like he recruits the people, which is fine because it works out because they puts the protection spell on them, whatever. That's fine. I do like the fight scene a lot. Like it is actually pretty fucking dope, and I like that. Like I like the zombies tie in because I was like, how are they? They're tying in every episode except for the Gamora one, which is seemingly out of place. Were you guys kind of jarred by that?
Apparently, they're going to do it for season 2.
Yeah, it is going to be in season 2.
Yeah, because that was supposed to be in this season, but because of COVID,
I even bought a Lego set that corresponds with it, and I feel cheated now almost.
You did not. Are you serious?
I bought
really
I have a Lego set that's supposed to go with that episode, and it's the Tony Stark's Iron Man suit, and it turns into a car.
Because it was supposed to come out this year. It didn't happen.
Do you guys think Tony dies in that episode?
No, he doesn't die in that episode.
Oh fuck, bro! Like I loved the action. I thought the action, what like as far as like no limits with animation goes, I felt that this was like with like the team up with Captain Carter, where like they both run at the shields and like knock them sideways. And
that's so cool.
I like that they're moving like so quick that he can't compute it. So it like half X makes sense because he can't process. It's like Tony in Civil War when he's getting his cheeks clapped by a Cap. And,
yeah.
Like he has to like scan his fight pattern because he's just being like ambushed and he like can't, like his machine can't process it all. It's the same thing with Ultron where he's like getting his ass kicked because he just can't compute everything that's going on fast enough. And I really enjoyed that. I thought it was really cool. How do you feel about the name Guardians of the Multiverse?
Meh. Doesn't have a whole lot of pizzazz to it, but it's cool.
I know. I was like,
for the Avengers.
I was like, Do you guys think that they'll? Well, we'll talk about that later. I won't bring that up now. You know what my one gripe was that another gripe that I think I have. What the fuck is the Watcher doing there in this entire fight?
Right? He's watching it, bro. He's recording it, and he cannot interfere.
That's literally all I could think about. I was like, why? He brought them all here. I was like, why are you not fighting too?
Yeah, and it's proved that he can fight. Like he is a great fighter.
I know, because in the previous episode, he fucking like was holding his own. I was like, why aren't you fucking decimating this fool? Like, why aren't you a part of this mix too? You're one of the most powerful beings here. I don't know. I was just like, bro, like, what are you doing, man? I don't know. That was my other gripe. But other than that, like, those last 2 episodes were really fucking good.
I have one more gripe.
What have you got?
Ultron is supposed to be the most powerful AI in the universe.
Yeah.
Some guy's conscience that was copied to a computer 60 years ago is able to contend with that.
Zola?
Yeah. What the fuck?
No, Zola really did eliminate him. And I was like,
yeah.
Wait a minute.
To be fair, though, it's not just some guy. He was like the top Nazi scientist at the time.
Right. But at the time, though, a good computer, right, had less computing power than your cell phone, and it took up an entire
he was smart enough
building.
to experiment with the Tesseract.
All right, whatever.
How did you guys feel about each individual closeout of the story? So, like, Party Thor's closeout. How did you feel that was satisfying, guys?
Oh, he got to go back to Natalie Portman's character. Was it Jane?
Yeah, Jane.
Yep.
Yeah, that was cool. I mean, that was fine.
And how did you feel about Killmonger's, where he basically fucking dies, right? Don't they kill
Oh,
him?
he kind of desert. No, he gets trapped into an endless struggle with. I almost.
Armzola.
Yeah,
Oh,
there
yeah.
we go.
Yeah,
I almost said Zemo.
I was like, oh my God, like his ending. Basically, I mean, all three of them are doomed, basically. That Doctor Strange and Zola and Killmonger are just going to be there forever.
Yep.
Yeah.
Isn't that terrible? Like, I was like, oh my
Yep.
God, I can't imagine a worse hell.
Doctor Strange takes it though. He's like,
Yeah.
you know what? Yep, it's my responsibility to watch over this thing.
I mean, it gives him something to do. I mean, as opposed to like having nothing to do for eternity, it finally has something to do. Um, what about, well, I mean, Gamora, we don't really know. I guess we'll see next time. Do you think they'll pick up the story and like continue it after she goes to the multiverse, or do you think we'll just start from the beginning until she gets to that point?
We'll start from the beginning.
Yeah.
Beginning.
Do you think it'll stop when the Watcher comes, or do you think we'll continue on past that point?
Mm, Maybe it'll stop even before then.
Damn.
Stop it. Hey.
Oh, sorry, my bad. Who else was on the team? Oh, Nats. How did you feel about her ending? Because I was like thinking, I kept thinking, I was like, well, episode 3 was kind of pointless so far. And then,
Oh yeah.
and I was like, and I all I could think, I was like, is the Watcher really going to send her back to this world where she's literally the only human left?
Yeah.
Oh,
You know
that
what though?
So fucked.
You know what though? She doesn't get her friend back. She doesn't get to have Clint back.
Oh, you're right, because he's still fucking toast.
Yeah.
But she gets to have Cap.
Why not
He saves
send
the
that?
multiverse.
Why not send that to the Marvel universe where we lost Black Widow and she can come back?
I saw that, and all I could think was because
Because Scarlett Johansson doesn't want to do any more Marvel movies.
I think it's better because she like served her purpose in the MCU, in like our MCU. Like, do you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. I feel like she didn't serve her purpose in that other universe. She just fucking dies.
It's hope. It's hope.
Yeah, it is. It's hope. It's
Dies.
and then finally, Captain Carter. How do you guys feel about her ending? What do you guys think?
I wonder if Steve is okay.
See, that's what I was thinking, and we'll kind of move into. Let's talk about speculation on season 2 and stuff with this as well. I was intrigued by Captain Carter's ending. Well, first of all, I love it because it like mimics the in-game moment where she's like, "I don't want to go because I would rather go and be with Steve if I can." You know what I'm saying? And the Watcher was like, "Your world's not done with you. Like, you need to go back. Like, they need Captain Carter." And I loved that it was kind of like, I don't know. I just love that nod. Like Peggy would go if she had the choice, just like Steve. But what the fuck do you guys think is going on with that chamber? Do you think we'll ever figure out? Do you think Steve's in there, or do you think it's something else?
Captain Carter is confirmed for season 2.
Really? I thought they said Captain Carter was done.
Nope, she is confirmed for season 2.
God, they fucking love Haley Atwell, don't they?
I guess they do. I don't know.
I mean, I'm more intrigued now that it was different. Like the fact that they brought is Gabe asleep?
No.
The fact that they brought the like they did the Winter Soldier thing, and I was like, oh my God, it's literally the same. And then now it's like, oh, actually Steve was possibly on board. Do you think that he's got some Hydra shit in his head, like they kind of did Steve, like they did Bucky?
I feel like he might, because if you looked at the suit was upgraded. You know, it looked a lot more modernized.
Yeah,
I could see that.
Do you think? I mean, I feel like that'd be that'd be a very interesting story, because it didn't seem like Bucky got fucked at the end of the Captain Carter episode like he does in our universe.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. What about you, Gabe? I mean, is there anything that you want to see? All right. Let's do this first. What is your favorite part? Did you guys have a favorite episode? Because I kind of just assumed it was the last like climax of the story. But what did you guys both What was your favorite part?
Outside of the last two zombies.
Mm-hmm. What about you, John?
Any moment that had Chadwick Boseman in it.
Really? Wow. I would say the moment where Chadwick's like, "We're not gone if you remember us," that really hits home after his passing. And I also like in the last two episodes, like it's just untouchable. Like I thought it was excellent. I loved how fast the Watcher was like, "We have to get everybody together." Like he doesn't waste any time. Like he just goes and does it. Like it's not it's and yeah, Zombies 2, I would say that one was up there as well as the Doctor Strange episode. Like those four kind of made the show, and the other ones were just kind of like they were good, but I wasn't like crazy good.
Let me just say a highlight was definitely Spider-Man mentioning Uncle Ben. Like, thank God.
Yeah. Well, I mean, yeah. No, just kidding. I did think that was nice. I did think that was nice.
The Tobey Maguire movies are far superior than anything.
Okay. All right. John, we won't be having you back on.
Oh my gosh.
You know that No Way Home, if they're in it, that No Way Home show is gonna be wild because I'm gonna try and get Aiden's favorite is Andrew, and I know Kirby's favorite is Toby, and then I'm gonna try and get and my favorite's Tom. I'm trying to get someone else. I think it's probably might be you or Gabe. I don't know. One of y'all who likes Toby. It's gonna be
Gabe
fun.
like Toby?
Gabe, do you like Toby?
No. I like the Tobey Maguire. It goes Tom Holland, Tobey Maguire, Andrew Garfield in the bottom.
I thought Andrew was unironically your favorite.
No. Hell no.
Anyway, yeah, no, I mean, yeah. But Gabe, what do you think? Do you have any ideas for? Clearly, they said there's going to be another season. So, do you have any idea? Do you think we'll get a Captain Carter continuation, or do you think it will? Like, do you think we'll get new stories? What do you think?
I hope we get mostly new stories. If they flesh out one or two of them, more power to them. If it works, it works, and if it doesn't, they will see me on Reddit complaining.
Do you think do you think it'll be like a continuation? Like, do you think we'll see like these Guardians of the Multiverse in some other fashion?
I hope not.
Yeah, I hope not too. I think for the most part, they're kind of bland.
Interesting. So you think it'll like? Do you think we'll get another similar situation where the Watcher has to intervene in some way?
Maybe. Probably.
What do you think, John?
Yeah, I think he'll have to intervene in some way. I just don't want it to be in that way.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'd rather these stories continue to just be self-contained.
Well, do you think what do you have any ideas for what do you think next season will be? Like as far as like what you would like to see? How about that? What would you like to see? Not necessarily what you think it will be. Is there anything you'd like a story that you maybe would like to see? Either of you?
What if the villains won?
Yeah, because that Age of Ultron one was pretty fun.
I'd like to see some more original stuff like, Starlord, Black Panther, and
well, they've said there's going to be more Phase 4 stuff. Like we can expect them to start like implementing Phase 4 stuff into the show. Does that make you guys excited or no?
Yeah,
I'm interested.
I feel like What If is a very experimental thing. And so, if it piques my interest whenever it comes out, yay. But like if it just turns out like this one, I don't honestly want to see a season 3.
Interesting. What do you guys think we'll see any of these characters in like the main timeline? Like
I hope not.
Captain Carter.
Do you think we're gonna see Captain Carter in Multiverse of Madness or something like that?
She was already confirmed for it, yeah.
Well, I think it's just a rumor right now. I don't think she's 100% in yet. I think it's like a Fandom Wire article or something, but the major trades haven't said anything.
I don't know. I got a source at Marvel that said she's in it.
Do you wait, you have a source at Marvel?
Yeah, his dad is the CEO of Marvel.
Breaking news, people. Jon Costa has a source at Marvel. Oh, are you being serious?
We'll leave that out for the trades.
Fuck. No, but yeah, I mean, I think they'll do a couple of them. Clearly, I don't think Chadwick will be in, unfortunately, but
Why not? I'm horrible.
sad
It's-
emoji noise.
Mhm.
No, that's so sad. I missed that motherfucker. But oh god, like I think it'll be a throwaway. Like I don't think there'll be any significant part of Multiverse of Madness, but I do think they'll be in there just to be like, oh, like look at this other universe where this is happening, and they'll be like they'll show Haley or something. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, I mean that's pretty much all. Do you guys have anything else you'd like to say about What If? You want to
I
see
do
a better?
not.
Do you
No.
want to see a better season next time, or do you think if it was the same quality, you would stick around, or no?
No,
Better
It-
season.
better.
Better.
If it's the same if it's the same quality, I do not want a season 3.
I would like a little less conveniences because it feels like the show has a lot of conveniences. Like
Yes,
it feels like they make jumps to get to places where you're like, and this isn't a problem in the last two, really, besides like Ultron winning against Thanos, but I don't really care that much because like it needed to happen for the story, right? But I would like a little less, like especially in the Captain Carter one. I think this was like like everything was really convenient. Like it was like, oh, like that's convenient that would go that way, and like logistically, you're like, would this actually happen though? Like, would this really? Like some of them just feel like quite a jump. Like I'm like, I don't know if this would happen. Besides the fact that you want it to happen in the narrative, you know.
Mhm.
I don't know, but that's what I would like, a little less conveniences. But otherwise, I really enjoyed it. I enjoyed 5 out of the or 6 out of the 9 episodes. Like not a bad season.
Mhm.
But yeah, I think that's gonna do it, guys. Oh, John, where can people reach out and find you on social media?
I have Instagram. Jon Costa
364.
117 maybe.
I think it's
364.
yeah, I think
Maybe. Who knows?
so.
Yeah. Google me. Maybe I'll come up. I got a source at Marvel.
Big time stuff. And Gabe, people can find you humping, cutting trees,
Cutting trees hidden under a rock.
hidden under a rock, like Patrick Star.
Mhm.
Between the legs of trees, man.
And that will conclude our show. If you guys enjoyed this, please be sure to leave a like and subscribe. It really, really helps us out. We will be back a couple weeks from now, or not a couple weeks, a couple days from now, when No Time to Die releases in theaters. Like I said, thank you guys so much for watching, and we will
Yep.
see you.
And to whoever keeps disliking Dylan's videos, we know who you are. We found you.
They
We
stopped.
will be
They stopped.
coming.
No, don't bring it up.
That's
They stopped. They stopped. My 1 dislikes have gone away now. Don't
good.
come back. Please don't come back.
Please come back. Give us some controversy.
Thank you guys so much for watching. We'll see you next time.
Bye.